Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a GW Tiger. It's a Tier 9 German SPG. It's located on the southwest spawn of Mannerheim line, or Arctic Region, whichever takes your fancy. And it's under the command of General Disturbance. Yes, it's one of my replays. Now, this battle took place during one of ZoeBallz live streams. And she's in this battle on my team. In fact, she's in the T49 and D-Tronics UK is in the E75. Now, they're going into battle over there at the moment. In fact, I think Zoe... Can't see where Zoe is. Oh, and there's Fluffy Little Kitten in the EBR 105 as well. So, he's in this battle. Now, I'm not in platoon with them on this occasion, but this is a two-battle video. And in the first one, I'm on my own, but in the second, I'm in platoon with Zoe and D-Tronics. And that battle actually took place 1/2 hour, or 30 minutes after this one. As you can see, I've reached my firing position, right at the back of the map. I'm just adjusting myself, getting ready to shoot. I've got the 17cm howitzer, which is capable of doing 850 alpha, not the 1100 you get from the 21cm. Penetrates 44mm of armour, and I fired my first round in and, yep, accidentally came out of aim when I did it. I hit the wrong key. Sometimes I press the key too hard and it comes right out of aim view. But you can see that I did actually manage to get 190 hit points of damage on the IS-7, and I stunned the E75 that was behind him as well. Okay, lining up next shot, rounds out the IS-7, it lands next to him, stuns him and gives him 231 hit points of damage. I also stunned the E75 at the same time, and I picked up some stun assist. Unfortunately, the T55A just killed D-Tronics in his E75, so he's out the game now. But I'm pretty certain that the enemy's going to have to stay on that ramp for a while, because we've got a T95 blocking their progress. So they're going to have to deal with him first. And that means I can put some rounds into them. But I've noticed their T95, so I fire a round in. Unfortunately, it wasn't fully dialed in. Bit of a snapshot. And it landed alongside him, but just did a small amount of splash. Okay, reload time on the 17cm is slightly better than on the 21cm. It's only 24.46 seconds, and that means you get more shots out. And I'm firing premium ammo because I thought that I was going to be hitting more than one tank at the same time. In fact, yes, I was, because you see the T55A was alongside that E75. They've both been stunned now by the T92. Waiting for the reload to complete. Going to fire my last premium round. And I'm firing in even without checking, because I want to maximise the amount of damage I'm doing to the enemy. And that means taking shortcuts by actually firing and then moving on to a new target. Okay, we're going to go for that T95. But suddenly the E75 has appeared. I think the T95 is the bigger threat at the moment. So I'm going to try and put a round on him. Rounds out. Lands alongside him, but it's stunned the E75 on their team as well. And that T95 is now dangerously low on hit points. Unfortunately, that T55's managed to get behind him. So I'm going to have to try and deal with that one, because he's a splash kill. I can take him out the game if I can put a round next to him. I fire promptly, but unfortunately only stuns him. We lose the T95. Which is very bad news. So, which target do I go for next? Well, that E75's still there, and so's the T95, but we just can't see him at the moment. So I'm going to go for what I can see. Try and get rid of that one. Rounds out on him. Lands right in front of him for 259 rather, and tracks him. But unfortunately, we did lose our IS-3 too. Now, up in the north at the moment, we've got a Wizzy 132A and an Object 430. And I was just trying to get around into the Wizzy 132, Splashing for 70. Unfortunately, we've already lost Zoe as well. She went up the north end of the map. And we're 3 tanks behind on the enemy now, so it's looking pretty desperate. But we're still fighting. Can't get a shot on that Wizzy 132 now. So I'm now switching back to the south. The E75 just died. Now we've got the TVP T5051 coming to sight. Trying to get a shot on him. I splashed him for 277. The Leopard prototype's going in, and the T92 rather takes him out the game. So we're now just only 1 tank down on the enemy. Well, now we're 2 tanks down because we just lost the Leopard. So it's looking pretty desperate. 4 against 6, but can we win? We'll just have to see if that's possible. I'm still trying to hit as many of the enemy as I can. Looking for targets. There might be a 704 up on the heights, on the area where you might call that the mouse or the cat, because the shape of the relief on the picture is like a cat. And here comes the Wizzy 132A. He's very low on hit points, but I'm not loaded. And there he is. I've locked on. The T92 derps him, and he's out the game. But he has to move now because he was seen, and yeah, he's taken out by the enemy Arty. Their T92 HMC hit him, but I don't know if I was seen. I'm pretty sure I was safe, but I'm going to change position anyway, and I'm going to move closer to his wreck, because I don't think that they realise where I was, and I didn't knock any trees down, so even if they were looking for me, they're having difficulty. And it's now 3 versus 3, because in the meantime, after killing the Wizzy 132, our other teammates were actually still being very successful. So the enemy now only has 2 Arty and a T95, and the T95 is down out the southern pass. He's very low on hit points, and he's facing up against our T110E5, and he wipes him out, which means now there's only 2 Arty left. So 4 against 6 did work, and now it's 3 versus 2. We could actually win this. Okay, so I'm looking for the enemy Arty. Any tracer? Anything I can see? Any clues to where they are? It's a possibility they might be up there, but I'm going to give it a go anyway, because I'm not seeing anything that'll give me a chance. Oh, they've been found. There's the M53, M55. Unfortunately, he kills the Char Future 4 with a shotgun. I'm almost loaded, but I think that M53, M55 is going to go unspotted before I arrive. But the T110 is going to appear any second. And so he's going to be spotted again. Line up the shot, and he gets wiped out through the center. Now, if the T92 hasn't moved, I'm going to get a shot on him. My last shot, I think, of the game, because the T110 will probably get in there before I do. Well, 78 hit points. Will I get a reload before the T110E5 kills him? We'll have to see. Now, I can tell that the T110E5 has 663 hit points. Why do I know that? Well, our total is 1163. If you minus the 500, you know that the T110E5 rather has 663. Okay, so he's not exactly healthy, but there's the T92. I might just get another shot in. I don't know. He's going to try. Oh, no, he gets wiped out. So we've won the game. And that's a victory. Now, before we get to the results, let's see the second replay, which I was in platoon with Zoe. And here's the second replay, and this time I'm in platoon with Zoe and D-Tronics UK. Game started. Well, D-Tronics is still in the Striv 1030 that he was in the last time, but Zoe switched to the T55A now, so she's in the reward tank. I'm headed off down to the west side of the map. Just change direction because I want to get into those bushes as quickly as I can. Start shooting. Now Zoe normally has live streams on Twitch TV, but we've now been, or she's now been doing them on YouTube and also on Facebook. So if you want to catch her stream, you can do so on both those channels. I'll leave a link down below so you can see where you can find her stream. She was actually the victim of hackers on Twitch who managed to get into her account and start broadcasting forbidden material, and so she's been the victim of harassment repeatedly for over a year, and wargaming hasn't really been helping as much as we would like them to. Okay, first target's a 60 TP, lined him up, rounds out. That looked like it landed next to the 60 TP. Now, as I said before, I'm on the 17cm howitzer, not the 21cm, so I can actually do 850 alpha, penetrating 44mm of armour, and I've got a burst radius of just under 9 meters. But the best thing about this, Arty, is the reload time. It's only about 24 seconds, and that means you get more shots in a battle from the 17cm than you do from the 21cm. Unfortunately, that last round wasn't as close as I'd like it to be. Okay, we've no target. 50 TP over into the centre line, lining him up, work out where he's going. Oh, I fired just as he stopped and he pulled forward. Damn. I was hoping I'd catch him when he was still driving backwards. It is sometimes easier actually when they are pulling back and they suddenly stop, not to shoot and actually to wait until they start moving forward. Then obviously they do have an intention to go forward, and unless they are a very crafty player indeed, you should be able to catch them just as they push forward. I fire at the IS-7, pulling back. That one definitely touched him, definitely hit him, but it only did 284 hit points. Okay, the 50 TP's there. Okay, AMX M451. Might be able to get a shot on this guy. Almost loaded. Having to adjust my aim and I lose sight of him momentarily. Let's see if I can get it right this time. Rounds out. Yep, that definitely hit him for 399. Slightly better. I'm getting requests to shoot at that guy anyway, and I'm picking up loads of stun assists now I've stunned him. He's slow and sluggish and everybody can shoot at him. Both Zoe and D-Tronics UK are on this side of the map, so anything I touch and stun, they're going to be able to get shots at. And look at that, that's a shot from one of the pair. I think that was D-Tronics UK. Oh, they're both hitting him. Oh, and he's gone. That's good. So it's really working actually. And our IS-7 has moved a long way south on this side of the map. Okay, we're looking for a new target. There's potentially an Object 263 somewhere down here in the south. It was last seen on the position I'm aiming at directly right now. Oh, he pulled back a little. Rounds out. Bit of a snapshot, but it does the job. And now he's been spotted, he's been stunned, and he's tracked, I think. So, I think he's tracked. Yes, that's the reason why he wasn't moving. Well, only a few seconds and I'll be able to fire another round in. No need, he's dead. But the TVP T5051's come up. Snapshot in. Nope, no good. Didn't work. That's a 3 marked TVP. Very dangerous player if he's 3 marked. And Zoe's facing him off directly. Fire around in to try and help Zoe. I stunned the target. I'm not sure Zoe was stunned by my round, but the TVP goes down over to Zoe. Or was it Zoe? Yes, it was Zoe. But unfortunately, she's taken out by the enemy T-30. So I'm going to try and get revenge on that guy. He's still in my sights. And he's now moved closer to that T-54. Oh, and he's killed just as I fire. But the round still stuns the T-54 and does a bit of damage. So at least I got something out of that. But he's using the wreck of the T-30 for cover. But that's not stopping us from hitting him. And there's the kill shot. So we're one tank up on the enemy at the moment. There's the 60 TP I heard at the start of the game. I thought about pulling away and going after the Arty, but the IS-7 seems to have that in hand. The 60 TP dies. Our other Arty managed to get that. Now, I've knocked that tree over when I moved, but I'm not so sure the enemy's going to be paying attention because they've only got 5 tanks left and they're 3 tanks down on our team at the moment. So I'm going to move south. Also, I've got good reason to move south because the enemy has conquered the east side of the map. And at any moment they could start coming over into this area of the map, trying to get the support units such as the Arty and those who've stayed behind to guard the cap. And there's their UDES 16. Now, can I get a shot on him? I've parked up nearby D-Tronics UK. Okay, lining up a shot on the UDES, work out where he's going to go. Unfortunately, there's a tree in between me and the target, which is causing my picture to come back. That's it. A bit too close, actually, I think. I think the user's in... Oh, I saw something drop there, so I think he's moved back. Yeah, he's definitely moving through the village because you can see a trail of destruction as he's moving through. And I think he's headed back down to his own cap because I can see the trail of destruction headed off to the right. And unfortunately, I like to penetrate's just been killed. He's a member of Reborn. Rounds out. Oh, no, short. That was not good. Unfortunately, we've lost a couple of tanks, and we're now down to we're only 2 tanks up on the enemy now. But it's still 6 versus 4. Yes, it's that fence post directly in front of me. The telegraph pole, I think. Not a fence post. That's what's causing my problem. So I backed up a little, waiting for my teammates to find an enemy for me to shoot at. I've gone to the railway crossing, but he actually turns up at the other one after coming back from his own end of the map. Rounds out. Direct hit. 408 hit points. Now, is he going to go down the south end? Yes, it looks like that's where he's headed. So we're going to line up a shot on this side of the battlefield. They're actually a little ahead of us on hit points at the moment. We've got less hit points than them, but we have more tanks. So some of our tanks are badly damaged. But we certainly know that UDES has been badly damaged, so it must be that there are other tanks such as the IS-7, the Centurion Action 10 and the FV4005 have more hit points than him. Just waiting for them to appear so we can do some damage. Ah, they've turned up again. The UDES is still halfway down. He's not come all the way south. You can see he's very low on hit points. Only 116 left. I'm wondering if I can actually shoot through the gap through those railway wagons. I've done that before in the past. At this distance, though, it's a little more difficult than doing it at close range. And there they are. One of them did come across. It's the Action 10. And I fired the round in, anticipating him moving forward. But somebody tracked him. And he's now in the cap area at this moment. And he's right at the back of the map. And I was anticipating him going all the way in. And there's the kill shot from D-Tronics. The IS-7 is down at the other end of the map trying to stop our guys from capping. Rounds out on him. It landed near where he was. Not sure. Oh no, he did move. There he goes. So he did move. But I've still got 7 rounds of ammo, including 3 premium rounds. The enemy have only got 3 tanks left now. Now, where is that IS-7? I'm hoping that if he gets close enough, I might be able to splash him to death. There he is. Okay, now work out where he's going to be. He's very close to those railway wagons. I might try a shot over the top of these. Well, blows up the wagons, but I don't think that did any damage to him. But there's Udes. Very low on hit points, that Udes. And he gets killed by the TVP on our team. There's the IS-7. Again, very low on hit points. If I can get around in there, it stuns him. And he is killed. The kill shot comes in from our IS-7. So that means there's only one enemy left. It's the FB4005. And we know for certain that he has 1,850 hit points because he's the only player left on the enemy team. And that's what the enemy team have in outstanding hit points. So that means he must be somewhere up on the hill. And yes, he is up there. And I've managed to stun him. And he is taking fire. And there's the kill shot that wins the game. And it was the TVP T5051 again that got the kill. So another victory for the team. Now let's have a look and see the end of battle stats for the first battle now. Well, in the first battle I actually managed to get a third class tanker, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, and I got a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on my team. And my win rate from that battle was 1674, which is not particularly good, but it's not great, but it's okay. It's passable. And we can see that if I look at the team score, that I only got 1,962 hit points. The highest scorer in the game was actually the T92 on the enemy team, did 3,541 hit points, and their TVP managed to get 3,527, followed by our T92 getting 3,443. When it came to kills, we can see that the T110E5 managed to get 4 kills, 3 kills went to the T92 on our team, and 3 also to the T55 on the enemy team, the T55A I should say. And when it came to base XP, it was 870 to the T110E5, 793 to myself, and 770 to the Charfuture 4. And we can see in this battle that D-Tronics managed to get 1,963 hit points of damage, and so 1 hit point more than I did. No kills, 699 on the XP. And we can see that Zoe, well, there's Fluffy Little Kitten. He didn't get any damage, I'm afraid, no kills, and 396. Zoe managed to get 1,211 hit points of damage, 1 kill, and 574 XP from that game. I fired 14 rounds in the game, got 15 splashes out of it, and 1,962 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. I received 17,229 credits from the game, and I got 5,947 experience points overall. So not a bad game from my perspective, but at least we won against the odds, because we were down massively at one point, but we managed to claw it back. Let's have a look at the second game. Well, that was also a Confederate medal, but second class tanker this time, and a bruiser medal. My win rate was a little less actually, 1,345. Too many snapshots I think in this one. And if we look at the team score, we can see that again I'm mid-table with only 1,580 hit points of damage. The high scorer was the STB1 with 5,156. The Centurion Action 10 managed 4,128, although he did make a rather rash move to go into the cap the way he did, because that just gave us an opportunity to take him out of the game. And the next highest scorer after that was our TVP T5051, who did rather well with 3,713 hit points. When it came to kills, it was the TVP that did the best with 4, 3 kills the STB1, the IS-7 and the Centurion Action 10. And when we came to base XP, it was the STB1 did the best with 1059, the IS-7 got 966, he picked up a patrol duty, and then the TVP managed 898. I got 799 out of that one. We can see that ZoeBallz did 1,937 hit points, more damage than I did. She got a kill and she got 797 on the XP. In fact, actually, she got an important kill because she actually killed the TVP on the enemy team, who was actually a very good player, and he's the one that got a patrol duty on the enemy team. And although he was a very good player, but she managed to take him out just before she was killed. And D-Tronics managed to get 2,542 hit points, even more. He got 1 kill and 770 base XP out of that game as well. I fired 17 rounds, got 4 direct hits, 10 splash, and damage of 1,580 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. I earned 17,295 credits and 5,994 experience points. So 2 games, 2 Confederates, both during the live stream on ZoeBallz, with ZoeBallz on Twitch TV. But we now are, or Zoe is now broadcasting on YouTube, on her YouTube channel, and also on Facebook. So if you want to catch one of her live streams on the Saturday nights, Tuesday nights and Thursday nights, you can catch her there. So I hope you enjoyed those 2 replays. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, and thank you very much for watching.